A huge problem with your typical college student is that you have 4 years where you can spend a ton of money trying to figure out what you want to do with your life. But the problem is that you get out of college, most people, and still don't know. That comes from, a lack of understanding of yourself.
The state of young people today in our society and throughout the world, they're so distracted by meaningless topics and toys that they really need to get their head into something worthwhile and constructive.
There's a huge disconnect between people today and the world around us, the natural world, if you want to put it that way. And it's worsening. We're becoming more distracted, and with that comes a stronger and stronger craving for an authentic reality.
Any time that you can have a real experience, an authentic experience, it's worth doing. And it doesn't mean that you shouldn't be scared to do it. Anything worth doing is frightening, but it shouldn't be a barrier, as opposed to sitting in a darkened room looking at a screen. There's no comparison, and the outcome in terms of your own life and the quality of your life is just not comparable.
The most important thing is to find a purpose in life, and to have purpose in life you need to know yourself. The only way to know yourself is to be challenged, truly challenged. And taking somebody that has limited to no sailing experience, putting them on a traditional schooner with square topsails and going out onto the ocean, the most alien environment to human beings on the planet, is the absolute best way that somebody can find those answers. I've created an organization called f.u.e.l, Foundation for Underway Experiential Learning, with a small team that's going to raise $10 million to build a 115-foot steel topsail schooner.
To be able to get these students in the natural environment, get them outside of their comfort zone, and teach them a new set of skills is so rewarding. And it's not just about learning the technical skills of sailing, but rather those skills become the avenue for each student to learn more about themselves as a person and challenge themselves and overcome obstacles and step outside their comfort zones and push past limits that they thought that they had. What we're trying to do is pass along all the knowledge and all the skills that we've acquired to the next generation.
When I was 11 years old, I had the fortune of going sailing on the Shenandoah, 108-foot wooden topsail schooner that sails out of Vineyard Haven under the command of Captain Bob Douglas. I immediately fell in love with this boat. There was, to me, nothing I had ever seen that could come close in terms of just how awesome and cool my daily life could be. Captain Douglas, at some point several years back, I'd say safe to say a decade or so, first showed me the plans for a steel schooner that he had designed. And when he pulled out these plans and he said, "This is like the next evolution, this is the boat I want to build next." And then we started talking, poring over the details and analyzing every inch of the boat, what made so much sense about it and why it was so great.
The size makes sense. You want to carry about 30 people, that's economic, bottom line, and for number of rooms down below.
I've reviewed the plans several times of the steel topsail schooner that Ian is interested in building, and to me it looks like a great vessel to do this kind of work with young adults and get them offshore.
I thought the idea had enough merit and had been germinating long enough that it was worthy of getting involved and making their dream happen and Bob Douglas's design happen.
I've had the incredible experience of working with Captain Douglas and a marine architect to take all the best elements out there of traditional sailboats and mold them into a ship that can fulfill the type of programming we're doing. We've accumulated enough seed money to begin forming the organization, and now we are bringing our project to a much bigger audience, the world, to raise this money to put this boat and this program into existence.